flag stand. Watches him close to the inside is Dan Stieber. Up to the outside is Bill Lane. Bill Lane goes high into turns 1 and 2. He'll take the lead out of turn 2 down the back chute. That 47 of Gary Gustin out of Ennis, Montana, in the D&D Auto Madison Food Signs West car is going to put pressure on the front 3. Here comes the Silver Surfer, Robbie Baxter, as he brings the 27 car up to try to do battle. The High Line is the way to go for the leader right now. 26, Bill Lane out of Toston. In the Lane Construction, 3 Forks Motor Supply car. But watch Dan Stieber down to the inside. He'll make a try of it. The 17 car of Josh Gray fades, and it looks like he had a bubble. Look at this for second spot. Up to the outside, Dan Stieber. Gary Gustin down to the inside out of 2. The Silver Surfer, Robbie Baxter, tries way up high, decides not to take the soft crew this time by. So with 4 laps to go, the man of the motor 26 car of Bill Lane out of Toston. Second place to Dan Stieber. He's going to get a little push this time. Down out of turn number 3 and 4. Not going to happen as Gary Gustin takes it to the outside. Gustin tries the outside again. Dan Stieber stays to the inside. They both drift up. Uppy daisy, there goes a lap car goes to the inside. That puts Gary Gustin up to the outside. Number 26 of Bill Lane. Gustin will take over the lead from Lane. Down to the inside of Lane comes Dan Stieber. Up to the outside of Stieber goes the 27 car. Robbie Baxter out of Bozeman, Montana, going to take the move. But Dan Stieber's going to try to get it back out of 3 and 4. Not going to happen down the front chute. 2 laps to go. White flag lap coming up. Gary Gustin taking the lead with about 3 laps to go. Let's see with 1 lap to go if anybody can catch up. Gustin made the big move just after the halfway mark. He's going to hang in there. Going to take the checkered flag now. Your leader early on, Bill Lane out of Toston, will come up in the second spot. Third place going to go to the Silver Surfer, Robbie Baxter out of Bozeman, Montana. So the first heat race out of the way presently for the Street Stock Division, and 2 more to go.
Boys are being a little tough on Jessica Brown tonight. I know she got banged around twice. One was just good, clean race, and the other one was a little intentional, and Tim did. Brannigan Brannell in the number 15. Robbie Marshall out of Belgrade, Montana in the number 70. JR's Lounge Racing Machine. And new driver Maurice Myers out of Great Falls in the number 57. Looks like that might be a maiden voyage for that car. No dents. Let's see if he can keep her clean in the heat race. Tim Smith lets him go. Rieker hammers down. Wolf is going to settle in second, going into corner number 1. Petrov on the high side, going to try to get a line. Robbie Marshall goes in the middle, up to 3rd spot across the backstretch, and the number 57 of Maurice Myers goes into 5th spot, drifted up way high. Petrov goes on dirt in the marbles. If we had him in dirt track racing, it's still sloppy up there. Maurice Myers slides into 4th. Meyerhopper fighting for 5th spot with Jeff Petrov, Brannigan Brannell in the back of the pack. Across the front stretch with 6 to go, 2 laps down. Alan Wolf comes around in corner number 4. Let's see if he can keep going. He's going to have to watch out for our official, Justin Rieker, out in front across the backstretch. Little excitement going on for Alan Wolf. He's got a lot of room to make up. Justin Rieker comes across the front stretch. Coming across in second place, Robbie Baxter. Robbie Marshall in the number 70. The number 27 of Robbie Baxter in the previous heat race. The number 57 trying to work his way around the 70 of Marshall. 45 of Petrov, the 32 of Meyerhopper, 15 of Brannell. Brannigan driving that number 15 car, trying to get around Meyerhopper. No luck coming out of corner number 4, and Alan Wolf spins out in corner 4. Has a lot of dirt to make up between him and Brannigan. Rieker out to a nice comfortable lead. He's got about a 10-11 car length lead over second place of Robbie Marshall in the number 7. Rob Marshall out of Belgrade is sitting in second place in points right behind Justin Rieker. So 1 and 2 in this heat race are 1 and 2 in points. However, newcomer Maurice Meyer in the number 57 all over the bumper, trying to get around him on the high, low, and in between. Let's see if Maurice can make for an exciting finish with 2 to go this time by. Jeff Petroff still able to hold off Meyerhofer in the number 32. Jeremy driving tonight. We have Jeff in the number 32 as well. He'll be out in the wagon in the next heat. Jeff Petroff comes around, white flag flying. Let's see if he's able to get going the right direction. No caution flag from Tim Smith. He's just going to stay up on the high side, come back around, slip in as lap traffic. Robbie Marshall going to try and watch out for him as he does. Checkered flag flies for Justin Rieker out of Village. Robbie Marshall out of Belgrade. Maurice Meyer in third spot coming across the stripe. Jeff Petroff lap traffic. Jeff Meyerhofer up next. His brother Jeremy takes home fourth spot. Congratulations to Justin Rieker. Bill's going to bring you heat race number 3.
All right, coming out, we'll have the third heat race. Third heat race in the street stock division. 132 is Jeff Meyerhofer out of Belgrade. The number 8 car, DJ Amundsen from Belgrade, Montana. 41 machine, Mike Wall, 65 points. Tied in second is with 11 points behind first place, Rob Marshall, the 70, and Alan Wolf, the 72. Followed up by Dan Stieber Jr. and Brian Livergood, 4th and 5th in the points in this racing division. All right, let's watch and see if Tim Smith lets him go. He does this time. They're down into turn number 1. Nobody going to get the whole shot. Number 8, DJ Amundsen tries to make it. He'll tuck in beside Jeff Meyerhofer. Meyerhofer's going to take the lead. Watch the 42 come up the ranks there. Jeff Johnson out of Bozeman tries the outside, down to the inside. And the outside seems to be faster as the 42 goes up to the outside. Jeff Johnson going to make a try on the 8 of DJ Amundsen. He's going to do it out of turn number 2, down the back chute. 99 car, Brian Livergood, also going to make a move on the number 8 of Amundsen. See if he can do it down the front stretch. Here they come. He's going to make the move. He'll take over third spot. Now, Sean Koenig in the number 88 car has already moved his way up into the 5th spot. He's going to get a challenge, however, from the outside. So the station wagon found the outside groove. Here comes that 67 car. Kyle Summers out of Bozeman trying to take the measure of DJ Amundsen, and the 41 car. Mike Waller out of Cutbank also going to try to make a move on Sean Koenig. That's not going to happen. Some smoke out of the back of the 99 of Brian Livergood. Looks like he got some tire rub on the left rear tire. That seems to be where some of the smoke is coming from. He might be bottoming out the whole way around the quarter mile. Jeff Meyerhofer out of Belgrade, Montana, not giving it up. Come out with 3 laps to go. Look at a challenge for second spot. 42 up to the outside. Jeff Johnson. However, he's going to maintain it. Brian Livergood can't make the pass. Livergood also to get a challenge again from Kyle Summers up to the outside. 2 laps to go this time on. Meyerhofer got the whole shot off the green flag. Nobody's ever come close since. Now the challenge up to the 67 car of Kyle Summers and Brian Livergood. Don't look like that's going to happen. White flag comes out from Tim Smith. Meyerhofer, good run by him. Nobody even caught up. Race is going to be for third spot as the 42 of Jeff Johnson. Looks like he's settled into second. He may get a challenge from the 67 of Kyle Summers. Summers hails out of Bozeman, Montana, goes up to the outside. See if he can make it to the checkered. We'll see. Here's first place. Meyerhofer will take first. It'll be the 42 of Jeff Johnson. And I believe it's the 67 car, Kyle Summers, settling in third, right on that final lap. Pete Retzlaff.
All right, how about that? Jeff Meyerhofer taking his first win ever. Jeff Meyerhofer, rookie, walking home with the checkered flag tonight. Congratulations on a good run, Jeff. Emery Wells in the number 8, getting ready, lining up nose to tail. And door to door, Ron Gathridge and Dave Norris, Powell, Wyoming, coming around corner number 4. Krebs on the pole. Eric Larson rockets up front with the number 25 of Aaron Shane and Kurt Popham. On the outside, Gathridge gets around Krebs, the 16T of Tom Pozar, and the number 98 of Krebs in the middle. 8 of Emery Wells slides into Krebs. Good racing as we're still underway. Dave Norris and PJ Johnson in the back of the pack. Emery Wells gives a little bump to the number 67 out of Wyoming, trying the high line. How high can he go? Kurt Popham and the 25, JR's Lounge, Aaron Shane trying to take over the lead from the number 54, Eric Larson trying the low line. Let's see if he can get that number 25 to hold. 13 of Kurt Popham out of Great Falls, hanging in there well, all over the bumper of the number 25. 25 goes down low, the 54 in third, gonna get hung out to dry. The 13 gets his nose in there. A lot of bumping going on halfway down. The 25T of Troy Hyde coming up in our next heat. The 16T of Tom Pozar. 16T of Tom Pozar. Too many letters in the alphabet. Slides up into the 13 of Popham. Popham shrugs it off as he challenges the leader for the first place. Dave Norris in the number 67 holding off the 89. The 98 of Daryl Krebs out of Idaho Falls. Wyoming and Idaho battling for about 6th position. 2 to go as your leader across the backstretch gets bumped from the number 13. Caution flag flies, so we should get our spots back. Emery Wells in the corner along with PJ Johnson. I'm sure Tim Smith didn't see that because he was watching the caution in corner number 4, but the 13 of Kurt Popham just ran right into the back of the 25 of Aaron Shane, out in the number 8, going to the pack for causing the caution. First caution of the night, pretty good. All the street stocks went green, white, checker. Good racing action. Popham out in front with Pozar. Green flag flies coming out of corner number 4. Popham into corner number 3. Good looking car, good looking line. Pozar's going to have a hard time catching him. Gathridge, Norris, Eric Larson, Krebs in the number 98. PJ Johnson and Emery Wells. Checkered flag in hand. Let's see. Popham able to hold on through corner number 4. Gonna take the win. 16T of Tom Pozar, 18 of Gathridge, Norris in the 67. Krebs able to hold off PJ Johnson. So Kurt Popham walking away with a lucky win as there is a spin out in corner number 4, and the officials didn't see the little bumping going on in corner 2. Bill coming up with heat race number 2 for the Superstocks.
Okay, Pete, 73 car coming out of Powell, Wyoming. Cal Roster going to take the pole position. And up and to the outside, that 17 car of Matt Gray. Will Cooper bringing up the back with the inside. Tina Martin up to the outside. Troy Hyde. Let's watch him. Green's go. Anything else is no. Green working to the outside. And Mark Reeker goes way out into the front around Cal Rossler. He'll take the lead. Third spot's going to go to Wayne Joyner. Joyner has a high line down to the inside. Comes Tina Martin. Tina Martin tries to the inside. She's staying with somebody else. Wayne Joyner's going to take the spot away. Tina Martin's going to move into 4th. Drifting way up into the outside now. Goes the 48 of Bill Cooper. Cooper's going to drift up to the outside also. Cal Russler, the only guy giving a chase to Mark Reeker. Now here comes Tina Martin trying to make the inside of Wayne Joyner. She's not going to make it this time by. See if she does it down the backstretch. That might happen before they get to turn number 3. Tina goes down to the inside. Joyner gives her lots of room to go down to the inside. Coming up also to the inside, 34, Tony Stieber. Stieber going to try to take the lead, but here comes Troy Hyde. Grabs the inside lane, drifts out 1. 4 laps to go, 4 down. Mark Rieker, Cal Russler, 1 and 2. Tina Martin, Wayne Joyner. Then the race back to the 34 car. Tony Stieber, here comes a shot for that position. Up to the outside, tries Troy Hyde, 3 to go. Tina Martin all by herself. Joyner might get some action. Here comes Troy Hyde. Troy Hyde goes to the inside of Tony Stieber. Hyde will take over that position, and now goes to Joyner to try to take over fourth. Has to slow down. Joyner takes it real wide, goes to the inside. Good move by Wayne Joyner. Good shot by Joyner out there. Good run. Troy Hyde goes to the outside, this time to make the go. One white flag to go. Mark Rieker, Cal Russler, Tina Martin, 1, 2, and 3. Here comes Troy Hyde. Bill Cooper's going to try the outside of Wayne Joyner. He's going to be able to do it in the last lap of the race, or is he? As Joyner goes low, he might be able to take the spot away. There goes the win, going to Mark Rieker out of Billings, Montana. Powell, Wyoming's Cal Russler, and Belgrade's Tina Martin in the 37 car. Woohoo, what a heat race in the Super Stocks. Can't wait for the 20-lap feature on this one.
I didn't get to see what happened. I did see Bruce Hasse had a good save as Wayne Joyner came around. I was down at the check-in gate grabbing some tickets. We're going to give away a Rockin' the Rivers ticket, a Sunday one-day pass for $40 in just a few minutes. So make sure to have those blue tickets out after this modified heat race. Actually, it looks like if we're going to Adams, Mike Miller and Randy Larson all in this heat race, we are going to have a lot of bumper bumping and paint swapping. Tim Smith, green flag in hand, going to go racing out of corner number 4. Tim Smith lets him go. Randy Larson on pole position. Excellent spot for Randy. He hammers down into corner number 1. That car is hooking up well. Rockets off, but Alan Adams has his car figured out and now modified. Rock Digley, no slouch on the gun. Let's see if he can catch up to Alan and 99 of Randy Larson. 3 wide across the front stretch with Doug Martin, Mark Halverson, and Ron Weber. Mike Miller gets around Weber in corner number 2, and Casey Smith in the 94. 99X of Randy Larson out front. Alan Adams and the 1 of Rock Digley. Mike Miller now going to challenge Doug Martin. Doug Martin trying to catch his way up to the number 20 car, driven by Mark Halverson out of Great Falls. Good battle going on for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, and 5th. Actually 5th and 6th with Doug Martin and Mike Miller. 4th place belongs to the number 20 of Halverson. He's kind of all alone, strung out in the middle of the field. Randy Larson checked out. He's walking away with it. Kind of driving experience he has. Unless there's a breakdown, he should walk away with the gold. Alan Adams and Rock Digley putting on a good show tonight. Rock Digley won last week in the modifieds, came up a lap short in the late models. Could be vice versa. I'll have to check the record. Ron Weber gets a little sideways coming out of number 4. Going to leave the door open for Casey Smith in the 94. Mike Miller trying to get around Doug Martin. Goes up high. Going to maybe go down low in corner number 3. He does, but doesn't have enough motor to take over Martin. Martin still holds his spot. Should be about 5th with Larson out in front. Digley gets around the 27 of Alan Adams. Halverson drifts up high. Martin may catch him. Miller not giving up. He's still all over the back end of that number 9 racing machine. Let's see if he can catch him. Casey Smith and the number 2, Ron Weber. Your winner, Randy Larson out of Belgrade, Montana. Rock Digley gets around Alan Adams. Alan Adams in 3rd. The 20 of Mark Halverson. Doug Martin holds on to 5th with Mike Miller rounding out the top 6. Mike Miller and Speedy Lube do have the special going on. If you can remember what position Mike Miller finishes in the main, you get $2 off the full service at Speedy Lube on 7th. Bill Bowser going to bring you heat race number
$15 toward dinner tickets. Not bad at all. All right, 2x2 now to the inside. That number 19 of Harold Worth out of Great Falls, Montana. Scott Turbo Joyner out of Bozeman, Montana, to the outside. Here they go down to the inside. Down into the way goes Harold Worth. Worth is going to take it up. 73 is going to do a little tussle with Joyner. Kurt Norris wants the spot. So does the number 8 of Jack Norris. Jack Norris going to take over third spot. Right out of the inside now comes the 99. Randy Lundson. Many nickel modifieds running here. Harold Royth takes off, but he's going to get a challenge very shortly from Kurt Norris out of Great Falls. That 8-race star belonging to Jack Norris. Going to try to get into the tussle of things. He's going to do it. Norris is going to take over third place. Let's watch him come down for the halfway mark. It's going to be 19, Harold Royth. No challenge from the backside. Rich Baxter trying to catch up to grab off third. Finds out that they're a little bit quicker. He's catching up down the back chute. Once again, 4 to go, 4 down, 4 to go. See if they can do it, but Harold Royth picked it up right off the bat. Royth out of Great Falls, challenging is Kurt Norris out of Great Falls. That ain't gonna happen. From third spot, here comes the 89 of Tony Stewart. Bob Shiplin in the number 4 trying to catch it up. That ain't gonna work. Now Rich Baxter may be catching it up to grab off a third. Baxter setting his sights with 2 laps to go on that 89 car of Tony Stewart. Baxter going to try to take a measure with a lap to go. White flags out to the leader. And that's going to be Harold Royth in a 73 of Kurt Norris. Now 1 lap to go. Can he do it? Not going to happen. Here comes the winner. Checkered flag to Harold Royth. 73 cars Kurt Norris. Let's run this one as the 89 goes in. It will be Tony Stewart coming in third, and Rich Baxter in the 12X machine will finish in the 4th spot. Late models up next, Pete.
Boy, we are burning through the races tonight. We should have a long intermission. We usually have a Sunday. The 56 of Bob Scott on pole position. Jim Zaremski in the 68. Josh Adams in the number 77. 24 of Tim Ames, and the 1 car of Rock Digley out of Glasgow. Jumps out of the modified, hops into his late model. Off to the races. 56 of Bob Scott out in front with Tim Ames in the 24. Ames goes way up high. And that is what we call first to worst in the late model division. Bob Scott out in front. Jim Zaremski hammers into second place. Rock Digley trying the high line, going to hold on to 4th as Josh Adams gets around him. Tim Ames in the number 24 going to try and catch up to the field. Jim Zaremski goes down low. Bob Scott up high, comes around across the back, up on the bank. Caution flag flies. Zaremski, Adams, Digley, and the 24 of Tim Ames. A little bit of a wild ride for Bob Scott. I've driven up in the weeds, and it's not smooth up there. Turned this 3/8 into about a 1 mile as I took the high line just as Bob Scott did. I was able to keep mine straight and narrow, taking home the checkered flag. A little bit of a happy moment in my round. First to worst took care of Tim Ames. He's sitting in 4th spot. Bob Scott in 5th. 5 cars, 6 laps, 2 to go. Jimmy Zaremski out in front along with Josh Adams, 1 of Rock Digley. Ames and Scott bringing out the rest of the field. Bob Scott going to go low on Ames, get around him on the low side. Ames a little sideways, has a push. Let's see if he can get him back. Josh Adams just throwing that car into the corner, but not any harder than Zaremski. Zaremski able to hold on. Adams gets his nose in, but not enough motor to get around Zaremski. Adams going to go low. Zaremski almost going to come around, but no, Zaremski hold on. 2 to go in this late model heat race. Adams has 2 more laps to get it done across the backstretch. Let's see if he can throw her in and come out straight. White flag flies. Jimmy Zaremski out in front. Josh Adams in the 77, Rock Digley in the 1, 56 of Bob Scott and Tim Ames in the 24. Last corner, let's go checker record. Josh Adams gonna try to get in there. No, Josh gonna have to settle for second. Jimmy Z out of Great Falls, Montana, driving the 68, takes home the checker. Adams settles for second. Rock Digley in the number 1 for third. Bob Scott in the 4th. And Bill Bowser gonna bring you the heat race number 2 for Ferraros and the Rockin' Our Barn late models.
We got him running high, wide, and handsome. Lots of things to give away. We still have, I believe, one more ticket soon to give away to Rockin' the Rivers down at Three Forks on August, whatever date it is, August 10. All right, we're going to get back. We're done. Down out to the inside. Look at this side by side. Battle to battle down to the inside of the 8-car of Rory Minster. Minster's going to take it away from him. Now look at tucking in behind. Down to the inside. A little bit of a touch there. And going to have the 75 of Howard Hod. Nobody going to challenge. Second and third place going to make a move for it. As the 11 race machine of Dave Freeman. Going to make a try down to the inside. Freeman to the outside. That ain't going to happen. It's Jerry the Hammer Meyerhofer. Jerry the Hammer Meyerhofer made a trade. He's going to go around. The 11 car is going to take second. Going to try for first in this 6-lap heat race. Only 3 laps to go. Rory Minster to the outside. Down to the inside. Dave Freeman. Freeman goes to the inside going to turn 3. He'll take it. Then turn 3 and 4. Come out and he'll have the lead down the front chute. So Dave Freeman out of Great Falls, Montana. But look at this. The challenge comes back from a Rory Minster car. Not in time. Going to see him coming out of 4. White flag is up. It's 1 to go. Can the 8 car, Rory Minster, take him down the back chute? He closes up out of turn 2. Not going to do it this time down the chute. And so the 11X of Dave Freeman going to come home as the checkered flag winner. Rory Minster will be second and a real quick third to Jerry the Hammer Meyerhofer of Belgrade, Montana.
Boy, Bill, you can tell the higher caliber of racers racing in these alcohol-burning late models. These things are absolutely amazing. Western Racing out of Belgrade, Montana. 18 of Ron Gathridge out of West Yellowstone. The 73 of Cal Rosner. The 25T, Troy Hyde. The number 67 of Dave Norris out of Powell, Wyoming. Kurt Popham in the shiny number 13. The 69 points leader, Mark Rieker. Alan Larson, Eric Larson in the number 54. Bill Cooper in the 48. Daryl Grubbs in the 98 out of Idaho Falls. Tony Stever in the number 34. Red flag racing, green flag racing. Green flag flies, Tina Martin and Posar out in front. PJ Johnson, Emery Wells, Bruce Tassi, Wayne Joyner round out the rest of the field. Across the back stretch, Posar in the lead. Troy Hyde goes low, gonna make it 3 wide across the front stretch. Tina Martin in second spot, Ron Gathridge. Going up high is the 73 of Cal Rosner. Troy Hyde hooking up well down low. The 67 of Dave Morris and the 13. Popham goes down low on the number 25 of Hyde. Good 3 wide racing across the front stretch. Bill Cooper, Tony Stever, and Eric Larson in the number 54. Along with 89 of Daryl Grubbs, PJ Johnson, the 8 of Emery Wells, and the 33 of Wayne Joyner. Out front, Tom Posar. Troy Hyde shoots through the middle, gets around Martin and Popham on corner number 4. Second place with 17 laps to go. Tina Martin working on the bumper of Popham. Mark Rieker in the number 69 trying to work his way around Cal Rosner in the number 73. Tina Martin goes down low, going to try to take Popham. A little bit of smoke coming out of that machine. Cal Rosner trying the high side. Mark Rieker trying the low side. Dave Norris in the 67. Bill Cooper in the 48. 18 of Ron Gathridge. The 2C of Bruce Tassi around the stripe. 15 to go. 16T of Tom Posar. 5 laps into it. Troy Hyde has rocketed up front from 5th place into 2nd. Kurt Popham doing equally as well. Tina Martin started outside pole, sitting in a comfortable 4th position with Mark Rieker hard on the tail with the number 67 of Dave Morris, 73 of Cal Rosner, and the 48 of Bill Cooper. goes low on the 73. Troy Hyde challenging Tom Pozar. Pozar trying to highline. Troy Hyde sets it hard in corner front. Pozar has a better line. Hyde able to hold on with that suspension hooked up well. Pozar drifts up a little too high. Gives an open door for Hyde. Hyde going to take full advantage of it. Neck and neck raising it across the front stretch. Hyde going to try and pull out on the back stretch. Hyde starting to pull away just a little bit with a better line. Pozar going too high. Popham going to try to take advantage. Popham in that shiny number 13. Tina Martin in the number 37. Pozar comes around, hits a tire. Into the infield, no caution flag. That leaves it wide open. Troy Hyde out in front with nothing but clean air. Mark Rieker in the 69 trying to catch the 13. Tina Martin hot on his tail. 16T of Tom Pozar gets back onto the racing surface. 67 of Dave Norris to 73 of Cal Rosner. Remember the 16T of Tom Pozar now lap traffic after he went into the infield. Got to hold up Tina Martin. Tina Martin going to have to go on the high side. Pozar has a good handling car. Going to slow up. These leaders give that much more of an open door for Troy Hyde, Kurt Popham, Mark Rieker. Dave Norris not able to give Tina Martin a run for her money. Tina Martin at number 37 doing very well tonight. 8 laps to go in this feature event for your Super Stocks. Your leader in quarter number 2, second place now in 2. About 10 car length behind your leaders. Kurt Popham in the 13. Lap flag flies for the number 33. That's the purple and orange. Tina Martin getting held up by Pozar. Hopefully that doesn't come a factor with 5 to go as your leader comes around quarter number 4. Maybe the break that Mark Rieker needs. No, Troy Hyde goes down low easily. Good sportsmanship on Joyner and Larson. P.J. Johnson pulls into the pits. Caution flag flies. Tony Stieber on the front stretch. That's going to group our field back up. Get Tom Pozar out of the middle. So Troy Hyde, Kurt Popham, Mark Rieker, Tina Martin, and 67 of Norris round out. Troy Hyde in the 25T, Kurt Popham out of Great Falls in the 13, Mark Rieker out of Billings in the 69, Tina Martin in the 37 out of Belgrade, the 67 of Dave Norris out of Wyoming, 18 of Gallatin. Tina Martin has trouble off of the start. Bruce Tossi gets into her. Caution flag flies for Bruce Tossi. That was going to be a good race for Kurt Popham. Tina Martin sitting in 4th place, gave her the gas and she didn't go. Guards the 54 of Eric Larson, the 33 of Wayne Joyner coming around to take the flag with Tony Stieber in the 34 and the 16T of Tom Pozar. We're underway. Popham Rieker going to challenge Hyde for the win. Troy Hyde comes around in 1st place still with 4 to go, but Mark Rieker and Kurt Popham are all over his bumper. Gathrad's going to hang on there in case there's a last-minute spin out. Dave Norris goes up high, and the number 73 of Cal Rosner gets around him. Kurt Popham going up high, going to set up to take him low in the corner. Has a good line, but Troy Hyde has that car working well. 69 of Mark Rieker going to try and hang in there. Now going to challenge the 18 of Gathridge. Let's see if he can get him on the low line. Has a good run on. Gathridge able to keep her straight coming out of quarter 2. Eric Larson and Tom Pozar bumping on the backstretch. 25T of Troy Hyde takes the white flag. 1 to go. Emery Wells comes around in quarter number 4. He backs into the infield. We're going to stay green. Troy Hyde goes into quarter number 3. Popham going to try to get him on the low side. Too much dirt to cover. Troy Hyde wins tonight's Superstock main event. Kurt Popham gave it all he had, but couldn't get around, and Mark Reeker in third with the 2C of Bruce Passy, the 18 of Gathridge. 67, Dave Norris, and the 73 of Cal Rosner. Almost caused for an excitement when the number 8 of Emery Wells came around, but able to back it into the infield. Good show of sportsmanship. Congratulations, Troy Hyde out of Bozeman, Montana. Sponsored by Wrestler Chevrolet, Panda Sinclair, Natural Exposures. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we have. Do we have those tickets? Have they not come?
One ticket. No, they haven't come up, right?
Okay.
And coming up, 20 laps in the mini nickel modifieds. And car number 20 is going to be Mark Halverson. 94 is Casey Smith out of Big Timber. And the 18 of Scott Turbo Joyner out of Bozeman, Montana. Mark Halverson in the 20. The number 2, Ron Weber out of Helena. And Mark Halverson on the pole in the 20. The 2 to bring up the rear of the pack. Driven by Ron Weber out of Helena. 20 laps of action coming up out of the starter stand. Tim Smith goes with him. Green, they're going 3 wide down the front chute. Everybody trying to split the difference. Holding the line is Rich Baxter. Baxter holds the line. Everybody's been out. Over they go. Down the backstretch. In lap number 1. Boy, he went up on his side.
Exciting ride for Tony Stewart in the number 89. Looks like he busted an axle. Tough break for Tony. The number 20 of Mark Halverson went way high trying to push Alan Adams up, and it bit him in the butt. A little technique.
Friday night, a little bit hot, but a good racing night. So we'll watch him and see what Rich Baxter does this time to try to fend off the outside lane. Here they come. Up Burgon, we're green, hanging away. 3 wide again. 27, Alan Adams goes up to the outside. The 19 takes a whole shot. Rick Baxter goes around and around. He manages to hang on to it. He holds on to it. Everybody's fair, no caution. All right. But the 19 car of Hellboy goes into the shot. The number 1 of Rock Dagley. Glasgow, Montana gives a challenge out of Alan Adams. All right, look at this one. Harold Worth once again. Second spot up for grabs between Alan Adams and the 1 car of Rock Dagley. Dagley goes to the inside, tries to make a move. That ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen this time around. Here comes for second. Down the line, up to the outside comes Adams. Down to the inside goes Dagley. Dagley trying out of turn 2 and 3. Now Randy Larson in the 99 X car tries to get around to 7 Mike Miller. He's going to try Miller. See if he can get it. He does. He'll get around Miller. Trying to make... All right, look at this now. Randy Larson is on the move. He's got a lot of catching up to do. 6 laps are gone, and Harold Royth has just taken off. Meanwhile, the battle goes between 27-1 and 69. Alan Adams, Rock Dagley. As out comes the caution flag again. Harold Royth out of Great Falls, Montana. Alan Adams out of Helena. Rock Dagley out of Glasgow, Montana. And Randy Larson out of Belgrade going to take the green flag. Up and down single file. And 27, Alan Adams tries to take the measure. He might catch up coming out of 2. Here comes Doug Martin up to the outside of the 7 of Mike Miller. And he's got... Look at this coming down the line. Out to the outside goes the number 9. He's not going to be fast out there. He is fast out there. And Doug Martin may have taken the measure. He's not going to pick it up around the 7 race machine of Mike Miller. Harold Royth, Randy Larson, Alan Adams. 1, 2, and 3. Out comes the caution again. We've got one up against the wall in turns 3 and 4. Trying to get it reformed. Looks like Scott Turbo Joyner out of Belgrade in the Kenyan Oval Mountain States. All right, green flag up, right down into turn number 1. Let's see what he can do. Gonna see if he can handle it. See this now. Boy, we got him tied up at 73. The 8 car gets tangled up. Jack Norris gets tangled up. Out comes another caution. Everybody hoping to slow down. And we got him tangled up down in there. A couple of guys got away, and a couple of guys didn't get away. Looks like they might be able to move him. We'll see as we get the big yellow truck out to maybe do some pushing around. And the Red Line Oil Big Red recovery vehicle will also all right, single file restart once again. Here they come. There they go. So this time, Harold Royce knows he has got to hold off Randy Larson. Down to the inside goes Rock Begley. Begley battling out Alan Adams and Begley for third. Larson's going to try down the front stretch. Tucks it in behind Harold Royce. Now here comes the 7 car of Mike Miller and the 9 of Doug Martin. Martin's trying to get up to the pack. No way for that one. Meanwhile, Rich Baxter's also heading it up in a 121 car after all the restarts. Going to be halfway through next time by. And look at Rich Baxter moving up through the pack. Can Harold Royce of Great Falls, Montana hold off the points leader and Belgrade driver Randy Larson as Rock Begley out of third tries to play catch-up. Nobody else challenging. Here comes Rich Baxter. He tries 73 car. Kurt Norris is right ahead of Baxter. Look at the 1, 2, and 3 here. Out to the outside of Larson goes Rock Begley. Begley may have a move here. That's not going to happen. 1, 2, and 3 by the wayside. 73. Kurt Norris goes to the inside for 5th. As Alan Adam in the 27 car takes over the 4th spot. Here comes Richie Baxter. Rich Baxter moves to the inside. He'll take over that spot. Away from the 7 car of Mike Miller. We've got 7 laps to go on this one. Gonna tangle them up way back in the pack. Baxter up to the outside. That's not gonna happen. Big racing back in 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th spot. Larson looks inside of Harold Royce. Royce, Larson, Begley, 1, 2, and 3. Royce gonna hold him down. Look at this. Doug Martin takes and goes to the pits early. Everybody running, 5 to go. Nobody making a move either way but loose. Rich Baxter trying to get up and move up into the 5th spot. Can't catch up to the 73 of Kurt Norris. All righty, here comes Randy Larson. Larson taking a measure on Harold Royce. 1 and 2. Now down to the inside goes Larson. Larson with 4 laps to go. Tries the inside of Royce. Royce shuts him down, goes to the inside groove. Royce again holds him off down through 1 and 2. Coming up on lap traffic now. Going to slow things down a little. 3 laps to go. Here comes the leaders. Around it to the inside. Leaders roping for the slower cars to move up into the outside. This could make the difference with 2 laps to go. Coming up on the slower traffic. Here they come down to the red. White flag up and ready to go. Royce comes up to the 94 car of Casey Smith. Royce moves to the inside. Smith moves to the outside. Good move by Smith. Royce now coming into the inside with a slower car. Larson's going to try the inside. He shuts him down. It'll be Harold Royce, Larson, and Alan Adams.
Randy Larson made for an exciting finish, trying to get around Harold White. Lap traffic almost became a factor, but Harold White in the end in the number 19 takes home the win. Royth Auto Wrecking and Royth Body Shop out of Great Falls. Congratulations to you, Harold, and your mini nickel modified win. As the modifieds are pulling off, we have a black dog running around the parking lot. It has a white spot on it with a bandana collar. So if you brought your dog tonight, he jumped out of your truck or your car or whatever. So he's down at the front gate. So if you brought your dog, he's down at the front gate. You need to go put him back into your vehicle. Coming up next, we're going to have the street stock division. I got a new Powerade with a glass of ice, so I'm all ready to go. Street stocks. Of Gray out of Belgrade. The number 3, Dan Gunther, alongside the 88 of Sean Koenig out of Bozeman, Montana. Ready for 20 cars and 20 laps of the main event action with the street stocks. Ferraro's Fun Italian, the Rockin' R Bar, proud to present tonight's races with special featured late models. Jeff Johnson on pole position in that number 42 alongside the 26 of Bill Lane out of Toston. Meyerhofer out in front with Summers going to take the green flag. Green flag racing across the backstretch. Ooh, big. Going into the corner, everybody comes out clean. Good racing so far. One lap in. Bill laid out in front. Meyer. Number 42 comes around, able to get away from any major collision so far. The 17 and the 88 come together. And the number 42 of Jeff Johnson's pole position started that melee. 72 of Alan Wolf, the 99 of Brian Livergood, 132 Jeff Meyerhofer won his heat, going to try to take it home, has a lot of ground to cover. 45 Jeff Petroff out of Ennis, the 66 of Ron and Barry out of Three Forks, 8 of DJ Amundsen out of Belgrade. Green flag going to fly for Mike Waller in the 41 and Gary Gustin in the number 5 spot. The 5th car going to try to work his way around the field. Dan Gunther in the number 3, Brannigan Brownell in the 15, Brian Livergood in the 99 trying the high side. 88 of Sean Koenig, the 57 car driven by Maurice Myers. Robbie Baxter gets around the 42 of Johnson. Good racing action going on in corner number 3. Rieger going to try the low side, Stever going to try the high side. Rieger hugging the tires, going to try to get around the 67 of Kyle Summers out of Bozeman. The number 57 of Maurice Meyer. Everybody going to check up. Let's see if there's any going on in corner number 3. Everybody comes to a slow. Doesn't look like there's any bashing going on. I think that's the number 57 of Maurice Myers out of Great Falls. Had a good run in his heat race, having a little trouble in the main event. Robbie Marshall, the 67 of Kyle Summers, Justin Rieger, Dan Stever, Alan Wolf, the number 99 of Brian Livergood, Jeff Meyerhofer, 45 of Petroff, DJ Amundsen in the number 8, 66 of Imberry, Waller in the 41, Gunther in the 3. Number 42 of Johnson goes way high, gets sideways coming out of the corner, able to hold on. Boy, that's going to change some things up. Everybody has to check up hard. Petroff goes hard into Wolf, takes the spot, but without bruising, and that's going to get him a black flag warning. Jeff Petroff out of Ennis gets the black flag from Tim Smith. Just a rolled up black flag, so a warning in hand. Meyerhofer goes low on lane. Let's see if we can get the spot. Not across the front stretch. Robbie Baxter going to try the high side on Meyerhofer. Up to 5th. He's going to try. 47 get. In the middle of the pack, Brian Livergood, DJ Armington, along with Imberry, Petroff, and Justin Reeker in the number 16. Track for Kidsway. And go around. Robbie Baxter in number 27 gets the spot, but let's see if Bill Lane can hold him off. Robbie Baxter in the number 27 takes the spot, but we still have 11 to go. It's going to be a long race. Robbie Baxter out in front. Bill Lane, Jeremy Meyerhopper. Reeker gets turned sideways by Gustin. Caution flag gonna fly for Justin Reeker in the number 69. Had a whole lot of help on that one. We're gonna see where the official's gonna spot him. He will either get his spot back or he will go to the back of the pack. Gonna be a tough break for Justin Reeker. We'll see if Tim Smith has black flag in hand for the 47 of Gary Gustin. Al Summers, Brian Livergood in the 99, the 8 of DJ Amundsen, Alan Wolf in the 72, 45 of Jeff Petroff, the 66 of M. Barry, Waller in the 41, and Meyerhopper take the flag. Now we're 10 to go. Robbie Baxter still out in front. Justin Reeker and Robbie Marshall battling side by side. Bumping and touching, but nothing major. They're doing some good racing. 1X of Dan Stever waiting for somebody to make a mistake as Reeker sticks his nose down in low. Robbie Marshall gets a little bump but hangs on. Justin Reeker in the 69 takes over fourth spot. Gonna try and work up to 32 of Meyerhopper. They got some fresh air out there. They're gonna try and run away with it, leave these guys in the dust. 8 to go this time by Meyerhopper on the low side of Lane. Imberry on the high side of the 8 of DJ Amundsen. Let's see if he can get the high side to work for him. Petroff in the number 45 and Waller in the 41. The other Meyerhopper in the 132, making for exciting racing action in the middle of the field. His brother Jeremy out front in the third spot car. The number 32 trying to take over that second spot. May do it. Lane drifts up a little high, but he's just setting up for the corner. Able to run a good line, trying to run down Robbie Baxter in the Silver Surfer. 1X to Dan Stever challenging number 70 of Robbie Marshall. 47 of Gary Gustin working his way up. Got around Jessica Braun, now working on Brannigan Brownell. Dan Gunther in the 42 car, driven by Johnson. Four to go for your leaders. Robbie Baxter does not have an easy race left, though. Jessica Braun going to be lap traffic next time by. 26 of Bill Lane waiting for an opening. He may find it if Baxter gets a little tired. Jeremy Meyerhopper and Mark Reeker's brother, Justin, or son rather, that's Mark's son, Justin Reeker, all waiting for Robbie to slip up, make a mistake. The other Meyerhopper, 132 in the wagon, the grocery getter, as it's known in the pits. Meyerhopper goes on the low side of Lane again. Lane's going to get hung out to dry. Reeker gets his nose in there. Let's see if he can take the spot. Bill Lane gets around lap traffic, but this is going to make for good racing as Meyerhopper's going to try and make a move with 1 to go. This time by exciting racing action. Meyerhopper guys on the low side to 27 of Baxter. Going to try to hold him off. Reeker in the 69 in third, but Bill Lane in the number 26 going to try and get them all on the top side. Let's see if he can get it. Robbie Baxter out in front. Reeker going for second. Meyerhopper comes around. Let's see if he can keep going. Hits a tire. Cross the line. Jeremy Silver Surfer wins. Justin Reeker in second. Meyerhopper's going to have to settle for fourth or fifth with 26 of Bill Lane and the number 70 of Robbie Marshall. Exciting racing. Bill Checker, record for Meyerhofer, and he chose to go for the wrecker. Exciting race for Justin Reeker, too. He is in a points run. Congratulations to Robbie Baxter in the Silver Surfer, the number 27 out of Bozeman, Montana. The late models are coming up next. Ferraro's Fine Italian Dining and Rockin' Our Bar, downtown Bozeman.
Just 20 laps or 25? How they do. 20. All right, late model action, our final 20-lap feature event of the evening. Coming up, and here they come. Car number 68 is Jim Zaremski. Great Falls, Montana, the Gold Dust Casino, Dominic's Bar Corner. That 77 car on the outside, Josh Adams out of Helena. One of our winners first out of the season here on our first late model action. Let's see what happens as they go green out of turn number 4, going to turn number 1. Right up to the outside goes the 68 car of Jim Zaremski. Zaremski will take over the lead, the 8 car of Rory Minster. Cuts to the inside, Begley goes to the inside of Minster out of turn 4. But that 68 car of Jim Zaremski trying to take the measure. Here comes Rock Begley into the inside of Rory Minster. Begley will take over second, Minster to third, and Josh Adams goes to fourth, trying to put the move on him. That ain't gonna happen. All right, out comes the caution flag.
Debris in corner number 3.
Number 3.
Debris in 3.
Debris in 3. 3 in debris.
Now, I don't know whose car that fell off of or what part, but it doesn't seem important because...
But he's going to have to hold off a hard-charging Glasgow driver, Rock Begley, who's also had a good season here, as has Rory Minster and Josh Adams. They got great. We're going down into turn number 1. Look at the 11 car go to the inside. Dave Freeman trying to pick him off. He gets held up with the 58 car. Bob Scott now in the 56 trying to catch it up. Look at this. Down to the inside goes Begley. Begley takes the lead. On lap 16, he took it that time. Going now and finishing another lap, 15 to go. Number 8 car, Rory Minster in third. It's a 1-2-3 battle with Josh Adams trying to play catch-up. All right, 15 to go now. Begley has the measure of the 68 car of Jim Zaremski. However, there's not going to be anybody challenging as 1, 2, and 3. Zaremski comes up to the back of Begley, going to maybe make a try on it. Don't know if he's going to be able to challenge or not. 13 laps to go. Look at this now, moving up another spot. There's the 56 of Bob Scott. Scott having a good run here last time the late models were out last week. He's going to try to close on Josh Adams to see if he can maybe move up a spot before we throw the checkered on this one. Begley out of Glasgow and the Rock Auto Mall UTP Oasis Lounge car as the front 3 run away from him here. Now Roy Minster going to put a challenge on Zaremski. Minster moves up to the back of Zaremski, cuts to the inside in turn 4. Halfway through, 10 down, 10 to go. Final feature of the night. Going to watch him now to see if he can come through. Minster trying to close on Zaremski. That's not going to happen this time by. 1, 2, and 3 again on lap 9. 9 to go this time by, and 1, 2, and 3 are Begley, Zaremski, and Minster. Begley showing well here tonight. Another challenge on Bob Scott. Scott manages to hold it off down the back chute. 8 laps to go now. Josh Adams fading back and forth. Bob Scott holding off in the 5th spot. Bagley, Zaremski, and Minster. 1, 2, and 3. No challenge from any of the top. 6 laps to go. Not being able to catch up, Josh Adams out of Helena. Still in that 4th spot. It's a long way between he and 5th place Bob Scott. As Scott looks like he gets another challenge out of Dave Freeman. Scott holds off Freeman, pulls 2 car lengths way ahead, and shoots it down the backstretch. Bagley has the measure taken on Zaremski and Minster with only 4 laps to go. Now Zaremski seems to be closing on Bagley. Can Zaremski do it in 3 laps? Minster fades back to 3rd, 3 car lengths back. Going to be 2 laps to go this time by. No challenges in the top 3. Here we go, going to get a flag this time by. White's going to be up and flying. White comes out, here it comes. 1 lap to go, Zaremski closes. Jim Zaremski out of Great Falls, Montana is not going to be able to challenge. Here comes the checkered flag. Rock Digley's going to take the win as the Glasgow driver goes by. Zaremski 2nd and Rory Minster 3rd. Josh Adams will take 4th spot. And a good race for the late models here. 20-lap action in our finale. Don't forget, every Friday night, Gallatin Speedway puts thunder to the valley and brings in, of course, special late model and sprint shows throughout the season.
And start here with Team 1 racing out of Glasgow, Montana. Rock Digley, come on in here, little buddy. Go ahead and grab that trophy, Rock. All right, buddy, here you go.
Great, yeah.
And you get this trophy for your mantle. Congratulations on winning tonight, buddy.
Come over, let's get our picture. You want that picture on?
All right, there you go. Congratulations on a great race, Rock, and little buddy here winning tonight on the McDonald's Junior Fan Club. So good job. Now, Rock, I've talked to you before about running 2 classes and getting tired. I tell you, tonight, watching this thing, you look like you're on rails out there.
Oh, the car was beautiful. Just kicking a little in the middle of the corner, and around she went. And luckily it opened up. If it wouldn't have opened up, I'd have just had to follow everybody else around. But it was... No, the mod I can't drive like that for some reason, but well, I'm still learning.
yeah, you're still learning. You're in the winner's circle. The trip from Glasgow, it was well over 100 degrees in the eastern part of the state. I anticipated a real dry track tonight. From the stands, it looks like it held up real well. Out here racing, what did it do?
It was actually really different because, like in the heat races where it's usually really tacky and stuff, it was almost like sandy, and it would blow off. There wasn't a lot of traction in it, and we were surprised we didn't really have the cars set up right for it. And then it got actually better right now. There's parts of it that are got way more bite than they did in the heat races, and some of it was because of the mud in the bottom, but it just wouldn't pick it up. But it was interesting, to say the least.
Well, it makes the trip all the way from Glasgow work well. Congratulations, Rock Digley, winning tonight, rocking our bar, bringing us the late models. Great to see Rock winning a couple classes. Now we have a newcomer, a rookie, so to speak, to the winner's circle. Congratulations, Robbie Baxter. We have our McDonald's Junior Fan Club in here. Come on, buddy. And you're going to get to take this trophy home, Robbie, and little buddy, you're going to get this one to take home. Congratulations. Now, Robbie, I talked to you quite a bit. We go down to JR's Lounge, watch the video, and you critique yourself, and you even ask me sometimes, what do you think I need to do, and what do I need to do better? And, it looks like you got all the bugs figured out. Looks like you got the motor running real well, and you brought the Silver Surfer to the winner's circle. How's it feel?
It feels great. I mean, it's been 3 years since I thought this might happen, and finally it did, and it just feels great. I want to thank Tom Olson, who didn't race this year, and he's been helping me. He's been my main man, and has taught me a lot, and we got the car set up right now, so feels really good.
How about the sponsor? You know, none of us would be out here without the sponsors. Let's thank those guys real quick.
Well, I'd like to thank iShopDirect.com for the main sponsorship of the car. I couldn't do it without that company's sponsorship. And I'd like to thank my brother, Big Sky Waterproofing. He's another one of my sponsors. Red Line Oil. And
there's lots of them.
Powertrain Plus.
Powertrain Plus. And of course, Mom and Big Brother. Congratulations, Robbie Baxter, bringing the Silver Surfer to the winner's circle for the Street Stocks tonight. Coming up next, we have the 25T of Troy Hyde in the winner's circle again. Troy, you've had a little trouble in 2003 making it to the winner's circle, but you're here tonight. We have Stephanie, our McDonald's Junior Fan Club, bringing you your trophy. Congratulations on your win, and Troy, congratulations on yours. It's been a little bit of tougher season. Last year you were just so dominant. You were here, I think, almost every single night. Had some real good races. Last week you came up just a little short, but boy, you made it exciting for the fans. Tonight, able to take home the win.
Yeah, we've had a lot of problems this year, and our motor's pretty weak right now, so we got to put a new motor in. But it's all getting there. Chassis is good right now, but the motor's tired.
Yeah, I tell you, watching this thing, it sets up like a late model. You got it set up real well. A new motor, and you're going to be unstoppable.
Yeah, we hope so. There's a lot of good racing out there tonight. There was 4 lanes in the Super Stock main, so we had to make some adjustments late in the race to take the bottom away from Pacer.
Well, congratulations on your win tonight. Troy Hyde in the 25T taking home the Super Stock Trophy. Up next, we got Harold White out of Great Falls, and we have apparently the same wardrobe, Harold. Look at this. Yeah, I think we go to the same tanning booth, don't we? We have a McDonald's Junior Fan Club member that won tonight. You're going to take home a trophy from Rich and Sheila Goodlow. And Harold, you get this trophy. I have a short-term memory loss. Is this your first time in 2003 in the winner's circle?
Yes, it is.
So I think you haven't raced a full season either. I think you've just been down a couple times.
Here about a month ago, I kind of got in a crash down in that corner, and I kind of hurt my shoulder, so I really wasn't able to race.
Oh, yeah, it's all coming back to me now. I remember. But car looks real good. Looks like you're healed up. Going to try and make it the rest of the season?
I'm going to try.
Well, we hope to see you again here, Harold. Congratulations on your win tonight.
Thank you.
Harold White, the Mini Nickel Modifieds, taking home the trophy. Now we're going to open the gates. After these cars get off the track, go down into the pits, get some red licorice from Doug and Tina Martin, Tony Stewart, and Daryl Grubbs out of Idaho Falls. Be out here next week where we have our regular races, the Super Stocks, the Mini Nickel Modifieds, along with the Street Stocks. I'd like to thank everybody for coming out tonight. I'd like to thank Ferraro's Fine Italian Restaurant, along with the Rockin' R Bar. Everybody drive safe, and we'll see you out here next weekend.
And thank you, Pete, very much. Drive carefully on the way home, ladies and gentlemen. See you next Friday night at Gallatin Speedway.